we are your neighbourhood YouTubers.
Who the hell is YouTube? I know, but we're gonna keep talking anyway.
Good evening, folks. We are the Boy Runners.
Oh, that's my line. I don't know how many times we've done these videos now, like...
Are we ever going to get our intro right?
Yeah.
Do we even have an intro? Because we never seem to do it. Anyway, these questions you must ask yourself but never can answer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rhetorical, bitch. Anyway.
Oh, that hurt my throat.
I bet it did. That sounded nasty. Sounds like a bit of throat chaos, that one. Anyway, welcome to the rest
Jim
of the...
Carrey, calm down, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey.
Do you want to say Jim Carrey again, just for some measure?
Jim Carrey.
There you go. I'm glad you got that as your system.
Jim Carrey. That's tickled me.
Anyway, it's rock and roll. Back to another episode of 5 Things. This week, if Mark will stop dying over there. This edition is...
Jim Carrey.
This edition is 5 of the biggest game letdowns. You know those games that got so much hype, and then they were just Jim Carrey. They were just amazingly crap. Those games that just were like meant to be the next gen, they're meant to be the best thing ever. It's right, come on. Just don't think of Jim Carrey again. It's like you squeezed that a bit there. You okay?
I think my brain's gonna come out.
Anyway, those games that had just been a massive letdown, they got hyped so much, and they came out and then they were just an absolute bust.
Like with Jim Carrey. I don't know where this has come from.
Alright, Jim Carrey. So yeah.
Okay, let's go with number 5. We're gonna work up like 5 being the... Yeah, it
5?
wasn't too bad, and then you got 1 which is like... That game shouldn't even be
my
made.
lord.
It shouldn't even be made. It shouldn't even been made.
Jim Carrey.
Beautiful. That's actually how I spell it. B-E-A-U till.
It's not even Tilful. It's T-ful. Anyway,
Teffel.
we're going off again. Look, we've already wasted like
Sorry.
8 minutes. Number 5 is
Full out.
new.
Not 3.
No, 3 was amazing.
Yes.
Fallout
It was 3 seasons.
New Vegas. Good timing, there.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one you just like blew your nose like?
That was that hand.
So yeah, Fallout New Vegas. I know you're probably like, but you said that Fallout's one of your favourite games. Fallout 3 is. Fallout New Vegas.
There was a change. Actually, there was a change in companies. It became ZeniMax instead of just Bethesda.
No, it was Bethesda and Obsidian, and it changed from Obsidian to ZeniMax.
Yeah.
So yeah, they made the is it the fourth one?
Yeah, 4th.
With different people, and
It didn't have Liam Neeson. That was it.
didn't have Liam Neeson. It still had what's his name? The guy from who's Hellboy. I remembered his name the other day. It
I've
has
heard some
Hellboy.
sad news about him.
He's not doing it anymore, is he?
No, he's not doing the new one.
Anyway, it was just because Fallout 3 was such an amazing game, you know, and then they just produced Fallout New Vegas, and it just didn't have that.
The Fallout series has always been story. There's no multiplayer. There is no option for multiplayer, so it's got to be story. It's got to be big. Story and big. And what you can do in the game. Fallout New Vegas ticked all the boxes, except for the story. It didn't grab your heart out of its chest, showed it you, and squeezed really tight, so you felt the pain of every emotion, and then put it back in your chest.
It just didn't have that thing that just like.
I'm
clenched
sorry,
you.
folks. I sent you into that chamber I shouldn't have done. Should have been.
Don't worry, we all make mistakes. You should have got the downloadable content, you would have survived.
I did. That was why I sent folks in, because I could.
He loves it. But anyway, our 5th one is Fallout New Vegas. It pains us to say anything Fallout New Vegas was a letdown, but it just wasn't as good as Fallout.
It had its. This is why it's number 5, because it had its good points, like weapon.
There was more missions, but they didn't focus on the main one. There was a lot more to do in it, but not just there's just not enough.
And the main story itself was kind of boring. I mean, like, Fallout 3, you got the option to save the world or destroy it. Well, destroy what's left of it.
I never destroyed it. I was a nice guy.
Yeah, I never poisoned
No,
everyone.
don't feel like it.
But then, New Vegas was either... It all went to the same point. Like, there was loads of different options. You could be good, bad, claim it for
Vigilante.
yourself, the vigilante. All that funneled into one. But you always ended up in control of the
Don't kick
strip.
the bear, man. Don't kick the bear.
Don't kick
You know, when you start working on your own, and then the NCR guy comes over, is like, we got this note from Lieutenant whatever his face is, and then the mission comes up with "Don't kick the bear."
the Yeah.
If you continue to pledge your allegiance with Caesar or pledge your allegiance with
Okay,
Yes Man, then they'll kick the bum. Anyway, we've rambled on so much. It's because Fallout New Vegas is like one of our favourite. I mean,
Yeah.
Fallout is one of our favourite franchises. We just rambled on. So yeah. Anyway, skip that one. Our fourth one.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
It's only just come out.
Mm.
Like, what? 2 years ago now?
3 months ago.
No, yeah, it did. It came out when I was in America.
2 years, Mark. Came out like 4 months ago. 3 and 4 months ago. Damn. Anyway,
And now
Get out
you can buy it
yourself.
for a tenner.
jeez, that literally shows how. I remember when E3 2013. I remember when I watched the premiere of Watch Dogs. You know when he does
Premieres
the.
always make him look awesome.
That's the thing though. The
He chooses
premiere
all the
of Watch
best
Dogs. None of the stuff that guy did in that video you could actually do on Watch Dogs.
What did he do in the video? How slow?
It just you know when he did the traffic lights and stuff. Well, he did that, but it just looks so much better than actually what you do in gameplay. It was
Probably because he played it for like 7 hours straight.
yeah, but that's before it was even completed. So it was like a rough version. So like I remember watching that, and I hadn't got excited for a game since Fallout New Vegas, and we all know how that went. I had never got excited a game until it was Watch Dogs. I got really excited for it. I went out and got it on the opening day. I rushed home. I was even with my girlfriend, and I made her go to sleep so I could play it. This is how much it's true.
That's true. That's just.
So
That's
that
right.
was how. It was fine.
Chlorophyll, was it?
Sorry. What?
Chlorophyll? Just go to sleep.
I'm gonna ignore that because that was weird. Anyway, so yeah, I rushed home to play it, and then I was just massively let down. Graphics weren't even that good.
I don't know, they were alright.
I mean, they're alright when you're standing still, but if you're going in the car, things just start popping up in front of you. What's that called? I can't remember what it's called. You know when the map doesn't load in time for when you're travelling. So when buildings start coming up in the distance,
Yeah.
because it doesn't load in time. Yeah, that started happening, and I was just like, this isn't as good as it was meant to
The
be.
concept itself being a hacker and like being able to hack something to move it or to get rid of it or to something, that was brilliant.
To me, it just felt like Assassin's Creed, but modern day.
Yeah.
That was a deep sigh.
Which moves us on to the number 3 actually.
We'll just
Number
leave
3
it at
is
Watch
number
Dogs.
3.
Yeah, that's true. We'll leave Watch Dogs for now because it just is self-explanatory of how much of a letdown it was. But yeah, we don't want to ramble on. Moving on to the next one, number 3. And our number 3 is the third in the franchise. Well, it's not actually, it's about the 5th, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Because
you
it goes
have
1, 2, Brotherhood,
Revelations.
Revelation, then 3. It's Assassin's Creed 3. I think everyone, when we said Assassin's Creed 3, probably went... Because everyone that's played it realised how awful it was.
1 was good because it was unique.
Yeah,
It was
when
slinky.
1 came out it was amazing, but if I play it again now I'll probably...
Yeah, it was
Kill myself.
unique because no one ever thought about making a game all about an assassin. In
Yeah.
old times. Hiding and
The graphics were amazing as well.
Graphics were good for what
Castle
it
was...
was. Number 2 was good because it was Ezio Auditore.
Number 2 I remember being fascinated with, and I played it all the way through, it was amazing.
Because they put so much depth into the character themselves. When you found
And when you
yeah.
you beat that town,
Yeah, you actually make the town. Like you make it, like you pay for stuff and it actually was there.
Mm.
You wanted a shop there, you pay for it, and you can use that shop.
Mm.
And then you gain money from spending money at the shop, isn't it? You know.
So yeah, and then it just came to Assassin's Creed 3, and it was just awful.
And then Black Flag came out, and yeah, 3 was just the pinnacle
Of how crap it was.
of how it's designed.
Black Flag just kept that crappiness going.
Yeah. So I have
When
taken
they
the
feel
bold
the
step
game?
here. I've taken the bold step and pre-ordered.
You haven't pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
What's the new one called?
Unity. I only pre-ordered it because I love the French Revolution. I love learning about that history. Okay, all the Assassin's Creed, the actual historical stuff behind it was
The whole historical context is very, very well
That was
looked
the only
after.
reason I've actually ordered it. Was not for the gameplay. I wanted to actually learn about like everyone in there because it's such cool. It's not cool. It's mass murder on a grand scale, but still, I like the French Revolution and I love France.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, loads of the historical context, like in what time was Ezio? Was it like 4? No, it was like 1600s.
16th century.
16th century, something like that. I loved the whole
The Italian Renaissance.
the Renaissance era was really good. The way they built it together, even what's the guy name? The guy you put into the Animus.
Desmond Miles.
No, Desmond. I thought his little story was good, up until it came to anything after that. Also, Brotherhood. Brotherhood was pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember, I loved
Because
Brotherhood.
they actually gave you a guild. They're like,
Yeah.
this guild.
Recruiting people
crap.
and stuff. That was pretty good. And then they just completely lost it. I never even played Revelations really. I just couldn't be bothered.
Revelations got boring. You got halfway through and you're like, it just got so confusing because they actually introduced the gods,
Oh, God,
the
yeah.
people before the time, and then everything just went, what the hell?
Yeah.
Let me just get my sword and shove it in that guy you want me to kill.
The thing that was basically wrong with Assassin's Creed 3 was that it was just so boring. It was literally... I think everyone was just fed up with the same game.
The story was good. I like the fact that it was a bit different to the others.
Yeah.
But
they
then
had-
it's the same game. They never changed any gameplay, never changed anything, added a few extra weapons. Woo! The story was good in its own unique way, because you can't admit, the stories in all these Assassin's Creed have been good. Good work, the guys who work on stories. Just
The story's good, but to have it span across 5 games is a bit annoying.
That's probably why they killed Desmond.
He dies? I'm not gonna play it, I hate it.
Oh, yeah, he died.
So who takes over then?
He dies in 3, at the end of 3. And then Black Flags is where you play as a random guy working in... Because Abstergo, you know the Templars, they make a massive franchise and the Animus is now multi-populous. So they can take DNA.
So basically, the Desmond story's dead now, and it's gone off.
Yeah, but do you know you had the 3 other assassins, the blonde girl, dark-haired girl, and the guy who was the cynical bastard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dave or whatever his name is.
Because the blonde girl
Nigel.
died. Blonde girl died, Desmond killed her.
Oh yeah, he stabs it, didn't he, at the
Yeah,
end
he
of...
made to kill her, 2. Or Brotherhood, or no,
No,
Revelations.
Revelations, yeah.
Yeah, and the other 2 survived, and like, they just work with this guy who works in Abstergo, who's you, and you're being used by this other guy. And that side of the story is good because it leads on again. But it's a new start. You're not Desmond. You're not with his stupid little once slung rucksack climbing up nothing with no skills at all.
Don't like him, do you?
It's boring.
Anyway, we're rambling on about Assassin's Creed 3. It's crap. And everyone else knows it, and they know why it's crap. So we're going to move on to number 2.
Most recent, well not recent game,
We've played it.
we've got videos of it.
It's Destiny.
You guys show us it's crap because there are no views.
No, we
Well,
hardly
there
get
are
any views.
10, 11 compared to the 50th view of
But
something.
PT Part 2's got like over 75.
PT Part 1 must have over 100.
PT Part 2, I mean PT Part, like, first playthrough. It's you know, it's just majorly boring. And there was, I remember when,
So much hype.
yeah, the hype. I've never
I
seen.
felt that hype. I bought it.
I fell for the hype as well. I never bought it because I wanted to see what it was all about.
Yeah.
And I have never get back.
It literally had the promise.
It had
of
so much
great,
promise.
Great, great game.
Bungie,
But
were
Bungie
like-
didn't deliver.
Bungie came on stage with a massive problem, you know what? And then they were like, oh my god, this is the best game ever. You know, and then everyone else was like, oh my god. And then, you know, everyone bought into it. And then they released it, and it was like, everyone was like, oh my god, Destiny, it's gonna be so good.
And then
you're just like,
first hour in, like,
like
remote. Out the window.
as soon as you get to that, you know, where everyone else is,
Traveller.
it's just like,
that's about an hour.
it's just horrible.
On like the hardest mode, it takes an hour to get there.
It's just so bland.
And then the missions are repeatable, they're repetitive.
Repetitive.
It's like they spend more time on.
The look.
Yeah, it is valid.
Sorry about that, the camcorder died, but yeah.
We talk too much.
Destiny was just, it's just bland. There was nothing to do. But anyway, we'll move on.
There's not much to say about it.
There's not much to say
That's
about it
why
because
it's-
there is actually, it's quite boring. So we're probably going to stop doing Destiny because there's no real point in doing any more.
No one wants to.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I don't want to either. But yeah, moving on to number one. Number one.
We
The
even
one.
double checked this. We were quite like, oh man, no one's going to even remember it. It was so bad. But there was a big hype for it.
We looked online just to see if anyone else thought the same, and it was like number one everywhere of the biggest letdown. It's the one that just boils your blood. It is.
Hades. We're getting good at it. We're getting good at this sync. Kill shit.
Hades.
Tom Clancy. You didn't play Ghost, did you? Like, all 4 men lined up and like you mark the target 1, 2, 3, 4 and you're like fire, and like all 4 enemies just drop at once. Like
Yeah. Hades was rubbish
yeah,
for more than one reason.
graphics,
It was.
music, sounds. The AIs were annoying. I mean, like, how many? I must have like aimed at like 50 enemies with rocket launchers just to find another companion running from. As he saw me carrying a rocket launcher, as you do, ran in front, blew himself up. The other people then could kill you.
The graphics were poor. It was such. It was like one of the most hyped up games. It was hyped up more than Destiny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, because
It
it
was
was
one of those.
It was the first game on the next generation.
Yeah.
PS3.
It was the biggest last gen hyped game. And it was literally just the worst game.
I think there was a confusion here. Hype? Suckers. More hype? More suckers.
Because Fallout New Vegas didn't get that much hype, and it was like our fifth.
Yeah.
And
Fallout
then
3 got no hype at all because.
Fallout 3 was just by word of mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't see much about it in the news or anything like that.
No.
It just came out and everyone was like, oh my god. It had little hype and so much reward.
Yeah.
Because probably everyone's played Fallout. And it's now like massive
Do you remember-
bobbleheads and
We had
t-shirts.
You can still
new
buy
burgers.
bobbleheads. Also, Snowball. Why?
Anyway,
I
let's not
don't
go back to
know.
Fallout because we're on here for Haze and how crap it is. A backstory to Haze, how much of a letdown it was. This is on the scale of how much of a letdown it was. This is how much of a letdown, and it's because Haze bankrupted the company that made it. They spent so much money making this game. They bankrupted themselves. That is the reason that this is the biggest letdown, because I can't think of many other massive game
This
companies.
game company that bankrupted itself was your favourite game company of all.
It was the game company that made A, Time Splitters, and B, Battlefront.
What's on for right now?
Free Radical and LucasArts made Battlefront, and then Free Radical was the one that made Time Splitters. And that's the reason that it took so long for Battlefront's trademark to be bought, and the reason that Time Splitters hasn't been made. Because they were in the pipeline to make a Time Splitters 4, and then they went bankrupt. So all in all, Haze was the biggest letdown because A, it bankrupted, and B, it had so much hype, and C, was the reason it didn't have Battlefront, and D is the reason it could.
Be really, really disappointed about this Time Splitters. By the way, if you're one of the guys who are working on Time Splitters, please do get in contact with Josh.
I will fuck you.
Then you might not want to.
But anyway,
Yeah,
that is our
top
5.
5.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. And we'll be back with more.
Indeed we will.
This is the Burry Brothers signing off.
But don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Not yet, anyway. Bye bye.
Our love for you is too strong.
Yeah, maybe.